Okay, Gen 2 Glock 17. Why do I have a Gen 2 Glock 17? To prove the point, you don't need brand new to be effective. The gun industry is really good at making you believe that you have to have the latest, greatest thing to be effective out there. Anything less than that is just bonkers, and you're just going to get yourself hurt. That is not the case. You can take something old with some minimal stuff done to it. You can really adapt it to modern day stuff, and it'll run with the big boys no problem. So this Gen 2 Glock 17 is, I'm going to say, early to mid 90s, roughly, based on the serial number. And it is certainly an old gun. It doesn't have the fancy stuff that the newer Glocks have. It doesn't have a rail, doesn't have optics ready, none of that stuff. So why in the heck do I have this up in front of the camera? Why do I say, hey, go get one of these? Well, number one, price. This is a police trade-in. You can get police trade-ins for super, super cheap. They're in good condition, a little bit of wear, but typically the internals are good, the springs are good. You can get out and start shooting. Now, some of these upgrades that I did to it is just to make it shootable and comparable to modern day firearms. So right here, the grip is just a Talon style wraparound skateboard grip type, granular type grip, and that gives it bite. That's because the old Gen 2 grips were a little bit slick compared to today's standards. So this solves it. Nice, good bite. The sights. Factory Glock sights do suck. And that's just something through all their generations, they suck. Even the old night sights on the Gen 1, Gen 2s, and even the Gen 3s suck, and that's because they're so old that they're getting faded. So, with that said, I just threw a cheap set of irons on here. Night sights, and they have that good profile. I like that ledge right there for hooking on, one-handed operation. Really solid setup for really inexpensive. The barrel. I didn't need to change out the barrel, but what I did is I gave this a little bit of capability. So with the standard threaded barrel, I gave this the ability to be suppressed if that is ever going to be a thing that I want to do with this gun, or I can throw a comp on here if I want to play around and throw a comp on here. Is a comp needed? Gosh, no, it's not, especially with a Glock 9mm. Low recoiling gun, there's no need for a comp. But if you want to play, you have the ability to play. One note, on the threaded barrel, the protector here, you can see it's the same diameter as the barrel. I did that because the fatter thread protectors, it's a pain in the butt sometimes having to unscrew them to take the barrel out for field strip and whatnot. So I went ahead and got one that is the same diameter as the barrel. So that way that's not an issue. The barrel comes right out. So why would you want to do this? Well, cost. It's so cheap to get a police trade-in Glock, and when you think about getting an old gun, maybe spending a little bit to jazz it up just a little bit. Notice I didn't do anything to the internals. I didn't stipple it. I didn't throw any type of weird slide cuts or anything like that because it's not needed. Just some basic stuff to give it a little bit better capability and feel in the hand, and then go get tons of magazines and ammo and go train. Train. Shoot a lot, and you'll find that a gun like this could hang with all the custom Glocks out there that are built today, and it's going to be a lot more reliable. That's one thing. When you start customizing a Glock and you put all kinds of parts in it, and you change springs, you change all kinds of stuff, you mess with the reliability of the dang gun. A gun like this is pretty much stock with the exception of a couple things, but I didn't change the internals at all. I didn't change how it operates. Everything's good to go. So I have an effective gun that is going to do really well for me. It's extremely balanced, low recoil, for a lot less money. So just wanted to point that out. You don't need to have new stuff to be effective. Take the old stuff, use it, shoot it, go out there, have fun, put a lot of rounds through it, train, get those good reps in, because that's what matters. So, all right, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment section below. Put down what you think is a good old build. It doesn't have to be Glock. It could be anything, revolvers, semi-automatics, doesn't matter. But put a good old build down there on what you think is still effective in the 21st century, 2025. And it doesn't matter if it's old, 80s, 70s, 60s. It doesn't matter. So thanks a lot for watching. As always, stay safe.